Welcome back, everybody, to Shadowrun Dragonfall, where we have just gotten our first branching bit of story, where now we are able to go out and take care of various jobs. To earn money to pay off... Dietrich, what are you doing down here? He raises a bottle at your approach and then tosses it away.
Figures I'm running you, boss. Want to make sure I caught you before you headed off.
He takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it, looks you in the eye.
Half Lady Jack Z. We need to talk to you about this Humanis gig.
Go ahead, Dietrich. I'm listening.
Well, I've got a history with the Humanis. Fought 'em back in 39 during the Night of Rage. Hell of a thing that was. I remember the terror, the senseless violence. They murdered children. I remember a little dwarf boy. They stuffed his body in the gutter of Lady Jack Z. I could still see his face, all bruised and broken. To this day, it makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat him. But then punks and anarchists all came together. We stomped the living dreck out of those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, too. Died that night. We put them down for the bad ones, some of the bad ones, too.
Let me guess, you want to come along so you could finish the job?
That's part of it, sure, but that's not the whole story. I don't just want to come on the run. I have to come, boss. It's my nephew, Alexander. He signed on with the Humanis, driven to it by his worthless sack of a dad.
No doubt. I take it that his father, your brother, is a Humanis member too?
Nah, that'd take a level of conviction, a quality he thoroughly lacks. My best guess is he's treating Humanis as a boarding school. They'll feed and house their recruits, and that's money that he'd rather spend on himself. So he dumped the boy off on them, never mind the fact that they're racist, they're fascist swine. I've got to get Alexander out of there, half Lady Jack Z, before it's too late. Those monsters are experts at warping young minds. It's how disgusting ideology propagates. So I'm asking you, as a personal favor, to let me come along with you on the run. I've got to get in that compound, half Lady Jack Z. I have to find Alexander. I have to turn him around before those animals make him do something unforgivable. Thanks, boss. Never doubted that you'd bring me, of course. Nah, you're too good of a man for that. But it's good to hear it all the same.
No problem, Dietrich. Let's see, I have the choice to do the Policlub job, the Pharma Laboratory job to bust in and take down the Corpo goon that got caught. I'm gonna do Luca's job first, just simply because it's the only optional one. Actually, no. Let's do the Polyclub. Decisions. It's the first time I actually got to make a decision in this game. It's been fairly on rails up until this point. Enjoyable. Apparently there's a big conspiracy about a dragon that everyone thought was dead and might not actually be dead, and we have accidentally stumbled into the middle of a conspiracy about that whole thing. But first we have to raise money to hire some lady named Alice to find the information we need. In addition to your team, your fixer has access to a small network of mercenaries in the Berlin area. These runners appear below to the core team, can be hired on a mission-to-mission basis. As you complete missions, both your team member and the available mercenaries will periodically gain access to new weapons and equipment, new items, spells, weapons, and abilities. If the runner gains, automatically will be accessible next time you go on a mission. Okay. Well, we know we need to bring our shaman. I mean, I'll just go with the usual crew, I think. We've got Dietrich, our shaman. We've got Glory, who has these massive, like, robot taloned arms. And we have Iger, who is our sniper and doesn't much like us, but she's fairly useful. Yes, we're going to the Schatten Nest. Oh, yeah, I should mention, this game takes place in Berlin. So there's a lot of German that I can't pronounce properly. I'm not 100% confident that the mission is called False Flag. This game has some very interesting areas. Have you played this one before? This is my first time ever playing through this one. I played Dead Man's Switch, but never played Dragonfall or Hong Kong. The U-Bahn rattles to a halt at the edge of the Kreuzberg. You're the only few blocks away from the Schatten Nest, the keys that Maxim and his smugglers call home. According to Samuel, they should be expecting you. The dystopian vibes are real. Yeah, I was joking on Blue Sky earlier today that I'm just sitting there. It's like, reject modern dystopia. Embrace cool futuristic dystopia. You played some of this one and some of Shadowrun Returns? Okay, yeah. So far, I like this one better than the Shadowrun Returns. You like Shadowrun Returns? It's a good game. I like it. I just like this one a little bit better just because I like the characters in this one better. But, you know, that's me. Dietrich. You don't have a data jack, Glory? You like the whole serial killer story? That's fair. The weird thing for me with the serial killer story in Shadowrun Returns is it always reminds me of the game Ripper, which was an old FMV mystery game that was also cyberpunk, but it had like Christopher Walken and stuff in it. And that's always where my mind goes when you have like cyberpunk serial killer. Don't want to give everyone the drugs because actually well, you've already got a full stash. Iger, do you want some jazz? Was it good? No? I mean, the puzzles were ridiculously complicated and were definitely were intended for you to buy some sort of guide or book or something like that to get you through it. The acting is cheesy and silly. The plot is good. But, honestly, my recommendation is just watch someone else do a Let's Play. Because, two, Two reasons. One, watching someone else do a let's play means they can cut out all of the loading bits because there's a lot of them. And two, you don't have to try and figure out some of the ridiculous puzzles. I actually first learned about it from watching old YouTube personality Noah Antweiler, the Spoony one, did a playthrough of it. That's very enjoyable because he's very much like me. He does a lot of riffing and stuff like that, and it's a very fun playthrough. But yeah, it's not a game where I could sit there and like in good conscience sit there and go like, no, this is something everyone should play. It's like if you like, it's not the worst FMV game. It's actually probably towards the top of the pile of FMV games, but that's not exactly... That doesn't necessarily make it good. I think is the best way to describe it. The best FMV game is not necessarily a good game. Christopher Walken is in it. There's a bunch of different like big name actors. The guy who played the coach from Rocky, who I can never remember the name of, was in it. I can never remember that. I'm terrible with actors' names. But the guy who played Gimli in the Lord of the Rings movies. Oh, thank you. John Rhys Davies is in it. A lot of big name talent. But just as a game, I can't necessarily say it's like the best. But it definitely had a budget. It's very clear that they had a budget. Starting to get late, so you gotta go to bed. Hope I have a great stream. Well, thank you so much for the raid, Gold Saucer, and thanks for hanging out. Always good to see you in here. Let's see, hyper increases ink. Yes, we'll also give Iger hyper.
Look, boss, I just wanted to thank you for bringing me along on this one. It means a lot.
You owe me one? Or doing this against my better judgment? Hey, even Shadowrunners have families.
Alexander, he's a good kid, you know. If I'd been there for him, if I hadn't run off to Berlin, left him with his worthless sack of a dad, he'd never have fallen in with us Humanis pigs in the first place.
The expression on Dietrich's face softens, and he claps you on the shoulder.
Let's go find my nephew, and let's crack all the Humanis skulls we can along the way. Fuckers have it coming more ways than I can count.
Phone booth. Searching the dead drop, you find a package with a telltale marking of Schockenwellenreiter. This is an open request for information on the current past donors of the Humanis Policlub. Identifying information such as home addresses, photographs is preferred. The presence of this hate group and its supporters will no longer be tolerated within our community. We must expose them to the harsh light of truth. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information. Schockenwellenreiter. Matronly woman with a round face and kind eyes greets you. Her apron is caked with what looks like about a year's worth of grease. Guten Tag. What can I get you? What do you got? Well, today we have a soya-based currywurst for 5 New Yen or a soup and sandwich combo for 10. Good, simple, stick-to-your-ribs food. Perfect for a cold day like this. I'll take the soup and sandwich. That'll be 10 New Yen, please. She hands over a small cup of steaming soup and a sandwich. You take a quick bite and swig down some of the soup. It's wonderful. Delicious. Thank you. Sure thing, honey. We don't see many strangers down here at the end of the line, in case you haven't noticed. Things are a little run down here. You weren't thinking of heading out past the wall, were you? I was, actually. Well, it doesn't make any difference to me, but you be careful out there. The people on the other side of that wall, well, they've got no respect for anyone. Well, thank you for the warning. Best of luck. Take care of yourself. You're the gatekeeper? That's awesome. Iger here's the keymaster. A rough-looking dwarf with a fireplug build holds out in his hands as you approach. Whoa there, pal. I don't know where you're thinking you're headed. You should turn around and go back the way you came. Appreciate the warning. That ain't gonna happen. I've got an appointment keep. I'm telling you, one dwarf to another, the people out there, bad news. That's why we are stationed here, to keep those people out. There are gangs on the other side of this barricade who'd skin you alive as soon as they look at you. Well, I'll just have to skin them first. Alright, be my guest. Go play with the torture gangs. Something tells me you're a better fit out there anyway. Let him by, Sergey. Ah, the Shatten Nest. That's who I need to talk to. What else can I find around here? Oh, there's a wall. Nothing! Nothing is what I can find around here. Hey, Maxim. I do not know how to react to that face. Actually, kind of reminds me of the bad guy in that movie from 1995, Hackers. The one who's just kind of like, he's the corporate hacker who like tries to stop the cool, like, anarchists, anti-corp hackers, but he also does stuff like plays VR games and rides around on a skateboard everywhere. He kind of looks like that, but with like a little eyepiece and an elf. We are samurai, keyboard warriors. The figure at the center of the group shoots you an insolent glance. His fine elvish features match Samuel's description. This must be Maxim, your smuggler liaison. Well, well, if it isn't the muscle that Tuck promised us. Look who it is, everybody. The new hires have elected to grace us with their presence. Nice of you to join us. He glances at the PDA on his wrist, and then back. Public display of affection on his wrist? Ooh, Maxim. And then looks back at you. When he speaks, his voice is sharp and humorless. You're late, chummer. I'm here. That's all that matters. Well, you came highly recommended, so I suppose I'll overlook it. Hey, but if we run into trouble, you'll be glad to have me around. I certainly hope so.
For your sake. Without another word, he turns and slaps the side of a bulldog step van. A second van of the same design rumbles to life a few feet away. Pile in, people, and we'll be ready. There's rough country between us and the meeting site. We might run into trouble along the way. "20 minutes into your trip, and the van comes to a screeching halt. Maxim presses his face to the passenger window. From the mix of anger and dread on his face, you can tell that he doesn't like what he sees. Damn it! I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. He cranes his neck around to look you in the eye. Everyone pile out of the van and get ready, half-lady Jack C. We're going to need some of that muscle of yours in a second. As you take your position outside the van, you hear a shrill voice bark out an order. A pair of portable gun turrets begin to self-calibrate in response. Sweeping your gaze over to the gangers assembled before you, you identify the owner of the voice. A leathery woman with wild hair and a mirthless smile. Hello there. Welcome to Rambok territory. Maxim licks his lips, his eyes scanning over the gangers' hastily assembled roadblock. This Keyes belongs to Surf Turf, slag. Has for months. You better clear out of here or else we'll show you up and force you out. Surf Turf, those tunnel rats. Ancient history. Go ahead and call them if you don't believe me. Scream as loud as you want. They won't hear you. We buried them last week. Maxim's expression turns stony, but his voice remains calm. Congratulations on your victory. You must have taken some losses in the fight, though. I'm betting you're not at 100%. Why don't you let us cross the bridge in peace? There's no need for any bloodshed today. You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't need to fight. You just pay us a small toll, and we'll be more than happy to let you cross our bridge. I'm thinking 500 new yen per van. Otherwise, you better find another way to get to where you're going. This bridge is ours, and nobody crosses without paying the toll. Nobody. Lady, you can only use that line if you're a troll. Everybody knows you only pay the troll toll. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this does need to get violent. Maxim turns to you. Get ready to ventilate these assholes, Half-Lady Jack Z. We've got a schedule to keep. Don't worry, we got your back. He nods and draws his weapon. Good. Take him down, boys. Open fire. Ooh, they got people in the back, too. Neutral turn. Oh, I guess those are our smugglers? Are the neutral turns? %71% chance to hit the barrel. There we go. That's what I was aiming for. Oh, did we kill the lady?
Oof. Oof. I have no idea what's going on back there. Can I... Yeah, we'll do that. Then Iger can try and take on this guy, ganger thug up here. There's still like 5 bad guys out? They're just all hanging out in the back, I guess. You buffed me? Well, it's kind of you, but... Okay, I think that finishes all of the targets that were up there. I don't necessarily know what flanked is. Okay, if I come over here... Nope. Uh-oh. No. Iger's not going to have a chance to do much of anything here. So we have, like, negative AP at this point? Is that what I'm getting out of some of this? I know Glory has her full AP. And of course they shoot me. Out of everyone here, they just keep shooting me. Like, watch, these guys will be, like, right in front of them, and then they'll run up and shoot me. You got this person way back here. There you go, Dietrich. You can get way up there. I just got an achievement for killing an enemy with a damage over time ability, which I assume is going to be the bleed from Glory's claws. Yeah, I can't hit nothing. Glory, just cut him up. Thank you. Yeah, I know we lost one person, but... Ranged combat 4! I can use my thing that I left in the stash back in the... Oh. Maxim wipes his face with a handkerchief. The cloth comes away with a blood-streaked sweat. That was unpleasant. All part of the job, though, eh? You said it. I have to admit, Half-Lady Ajaxi, this attack was made me nervous. We're running late, we're low on ammo, and there's no time to call for reinforcement. Whichever way you slice it, we're not going into this meet at our best. Agreed. This ambush was a little bit more... was more than a little convenient. Good shooting back there. Thank you. He turns his back on you and sort of walking away. Kiss ass. No one appreciates it when you're just polite anymore. The courtyard of the Humanis compound is strangely quiet. The only activity you notice is the clatter of the mechanized gates as they rumble shut behind the fans. The bulldogs roll to a stop, step out alongside Maxim and the rest of the smugglers. There are crates here, lots of them, all scattered at various stages of disorganization. It looks as though your delivery is just one of many that this branch of Humanis has received. The smugglers unload cargo from their vans in practiced efficiency. The whole operation feels polished and professional. You could tell that Maxim is nervous. You could see it in his eyes. These smugglers finish unloading the last of the crates, then take up positions around the van. Minutes pass. Nobody comes to meet you. Oh, wow! Killjoe, Tacky, thank you so much for the raids! Hi! Hello, Raiders! My name is Valkyrian. I am the snarky storyteller, if I must say. I do like riffing little stories and things like that. Play a lot of narrative-based games, like RPGs and stuff like that. Normally we play Final Fantasy games on Tuesday, but Sundays are a little bit more of a grab bag. Tonight we're playing Shadowrun. If you like what you see, feel free to drop me a follow. So were you two playing the House of Ashes together? Is that what you're doing? Is it kind of like doing the whole two-player thing? I have to say, out of all the Dark Pictures games, House of Ashes were definitely was one of my favorites. So, I hope you guys had a really good time with it. And of course, if you feel the need to have to raid and run, I totally understand. Get yourself some rest, get yourself some food, anything you might need to do. Otherwise, welcome to the shadows. You played House of Ashes together? That's awesome. Did you play the other two together too? Or is it just this one? So I know House of Ashes was kind of cool with like how they handled the multiplayer thing. And I remember seeing some other people playing it, and it was really kind of awesome. Next time is Devil in Me. I hope you have a fun time with it. We killed like 2 people. That's better than I've seen some people do. I've seen a lot of people die on House of Ashes. Because they make it very hard to interpret some of the omens that you get. Stop killing people. That's half the fun, isn't it? They make them so killable. Remember that was being the big thing with Until Dawn, is just kind of sitting there just going like, I don't want to save these people. Bugs galore? Oh. Didn't mean to. Well, hello, Valafor. Nice to see you. You see Shadowrun you follow? Oh, yeah. Techie speaks German? You know, Techie, if you're around, I would welcome any translations you could do, because there are so many of these words where I'm just sitting there just like... You tell Firewing to piss off in German. Like, I think the only things I know, I think I know like maybe 3 words or like 3 phrases in German, and that's it. And I'm not afraid to say I learned most of them from watching Evangelion. Not proud of it, but I'm not afraid to say it. You know, Danke? That's okay, you don't need to know anything about Shadowrun. It's just basically, take Cyberpunk, like Cyberpunk 2077, and then add like elves and stuff. That's it. That's Shadowrun. Like, I'm a dwarf, I'm talking to an elf, but other than that, it's just Cyberpunk 2077. So Cyberpunk meets high fantasy? Yep. That is pretty much the defining, that's the elevator pitch of Shadowrun. He just called you a bitch? I don't think so, but I can't be sure. Alright, let's see here. No welcoming party. That isn't a good sign. It's almost as if they didn't expect us to make it. Yeah, I don't think that being ambushed thing was a coincidence. My thoughts exactly. This puts us in a bad spot, Half-Lady Jack Z. I'm not sure what our next step is. Bitte means either please or you're welcome. Yeah, but what can I say except bitte? Doesn't really, well, work as a song lyric. I don't know. Now I'm kind of curious what, like, the actual, like, songs in Moana are in German. Did they actually just dub the German version of the songs? That'd be fun to listen to. Who's the German voice actor for The Rock? We need to get some answers, and we need to get paid. Yeah. Getting paid is probably the most important thing. Your next step is to sit out here. Mine is to go inside. I've got a job to do. His eyes widen. You're not hired muscle at all, are you? You're a Shadowrunner, here on a job. I can be both? Shush, Maxim. Okay, I'm gonna have to see Eeps. Alright, take care, Techie. You know the Chinese voice actor for Peacemaker is John Cena? Oh yeah, Cena does know Chinese, doesn't he? He actually knows a couple different languages. I'm trying to remember exactly why. I remember there was a story about why he actually learned Chinese originally. But for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. That's right, but there's no reason I can't help you out while I'm doing it. Huh, you're serious, aren't you? You're really going in there. He takes a step back. Well, be my guest. I won't get in your way. If you make it back, we'll be out here waiting for you. It was to promote his movie? Oh, okay. I noticed something like that for a role or something like that. It's where the Bing chilling came from. Alright, what chemicals are we carrying here? There's a warning label plastered on the side of the container. Judging by the amount of small print on the label, whatever's being stored in here is extremely bad news. Take a closer look. Warning! Highly dangerous chemical agent. Do not take internally. Avoid contact with the eyes, mouth, clothing, skin. In that order. Increases aggression and reduces impulse control when inhaled. Avoid breathing fumes or vapor. May also cause upset stomach, diarrhea, death. Have a great rest of your stream. Oh, thank you, Techie. I hope you have a good sleep. Important. Do not proceed unless material safety data sheet has been read and understood. So increases aggression. Right.
Come on, team. We're rolling, getting into combat. How is there a tree stump growing out of the concrete? How is it that in a game with elves, dwarves, and VR digital universes and the Matrix and blah 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 blah, this is the most unbelievable thing I've run into? I don't know how that grew there. Do we want to double check? What are my side missions here? Help Dietrich, find the donor list. Yeah, no, there's nothing that they're going to have out here. All that stuff's going to be in here. The Humanis compound smells like a locker room and doesn't look much better. Calling the building run down would be an understatement. Paint is peeling off the cheap Duraplast walls, and the tiles on the floor are mired with a decade's worth of grime. It's an old, ugly place, perfectly suited with the old, ugly ideology being practiced here. You enter the compound. The information that Samuel Beckenbauer sent you lies somewhere inside. Or lies somewhere ahead. There were people running away over there. There's a security camera. Can I just steal all their stuff? Oh. So, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to steal their stuff yet. There's a security camera. Hi, security camera. Door consists of a text entry field and a virtual keypad. And we know there's something in there. The fact that this place is empty also has me worried. A handwritten note sitting on the table. Hey, Capel. You come highly recommended. Anyone who did what you did to those elves will go far around here. You can hit the kitchen anytime, but otherwise stay close unless otherwise told. Your locker code is 2619, locker 3. Alright, well, we have locker 3's code at least. I'm assuming this is locker 3? Yeah. 2619. There's a note inside. Recruit Capel. Your enthusiasm at the rally was more than commendable. Those Trog bastards really got what was coming to them. Volker will want to see you right away. His personal code is Pride. Share this with no one. Well, we got the code to the office door at least. I don't have enough drone control to use it. Drone is powered down.
There's a room right here, but for the life of me, I can't figure out how I'm supposed to get into it. Or it's a vent, maybe? Hack the terminal! You gain a list of Humanis safe houses worth some new yen in the right hand. Hack the terminal! Humanis Policlub logo fills the majority of the screen on the terminal. Welcome message written in cartoonishly aggressive font appears below. Humanis forever! Please log in to begin. Let's see. Looters. Right here's the latest group of recruits. Some of them are already showing signs of promise. Anne Klein, Egon Kappel, Alexander Farber, Frederick Bauer, Shin Yamada, Gernot Schumacher. Make sure they assign to their bunks in alphabetical order. As always, I'm changing the code for my office. The new code is Pride. Yeah, I recruits numeric key codes along with PDA. Okay, so does that access codes to everyone? Yes! Now we can go rifle through their stuff. Okay, hack this one. The complete donor list! Thank you! There are quite a few well-known names on here, including a billionaire philanthropist, Tony Stark, apparently as part of the Humanis, and a children's radio show host, Jimmy something. Ugh, probably. No, I'm not even going to bother frickin' reading it. I don't want to read frickin' Humanis propaganda. Alright, let's head back here and, like, pillage all of their suitcases. Let's try... They said they're in alphabetical order going from 1 to stuff, so it would be... Bauer would be 3706. 3706. Okay, next is... Barber, 1409. A note? Alexander, you seemed less than enthusiastic in our education sessions. Please understand that we are not a shelter, we are a factory. A factory that refines the dross of society, people like you into strong, pure warriors for humanity. In the future, see to it that you are on time and well rested. If you drop the ball again, we're going to have a little talk about your future in this organization. I knew it. I knew that Alex wouldn't buy into their bullshit. He reads the note over again, his lips quivering the syllables. Come on, boss. He's still here somewhere. There's still time. So this one would be, is it Klein 4176? No, delete. 4176. Hey, cred stick. And dirty clothes. So after that, Let's see, Klein. I'm guessing 1106 Schumacher? Try to find a note. Friedrich, I am pleased with how well you are doing. To show my growing trust in you, I'm giving you a new assignment, in addition to your trainee duties. Beginning tomorrow, I would like you to tidy the armory. The new access code is Purity. Don't forget it. Tomorrow evening, I will expect to see a full inventory of the weapons in our arsenal by nightfall. With it, you will deliver the requisition order of the weapons of your choosing. Your pick, my boy. I leave it up to you. Congratulations, Friedrich. The honor is well deserved. Now we know how to get into the armory. And the final code is going to be 21114. 22114. It's empty! Purity. Turret? Behave, turret. Packed with phosphorus, this grenade explodes when you do additional... send it to the stash. Send it to the stash. Or can we switch it out? Yeah, we'll switch it out with that. Oh, hey, Ares Predator. No, I didn't want to use the Mossberg CM something wherever. Where did the Ares Predator go? I just picked it up. Dang it all. Alright, this is the office door, right? Was it Pride? These guys are so predictable with their codes. Why is no one in here? Operation False Flag. A data plan that details Humanis' plans to drive humans into a violent rage. Oh. Okay. A stocky man in a military surplus jacket enters the room. He is flanked on either side by a pair of young women, their faces masked with white kerchiefs. Each of them carries an unholstered pistol. Lower your weapons, girls. We have a guest. The soldiers exchange looks, then lower their sidearms. They look at you, their stares full of hatred and bile. There, that's better.
His lips curl into a mirthless smile. I have shown you hospitality, dwarf. Now it's time for you to return the favor, so tell me, why are you here? I'm here with the smugglers. We brought your shipment. Waiting to get paid. I'm here to shut you down. You've got balls, Haffa. I'll give you that. No brains, though. It takes a special kind of fool to threaten me in my own compound. There's a lot of cargo moving through here. Planning something big? Oh, it is going to be glorious, dwarf. That gas you hauled for us is going to prove every word that we've been saying. The trogs, the Haffers, the goddamn dandelion eaters. That's elves. One whiff of this stuff and they're going to tear each other apart, and then they'll spill into the good human neighborhoods where we'll be waiting to stop them. You just watch, mongrel. It'll be a bloodbath. The only bloodbath tonight is going to happen right here in this room. I've heard just about enough insolence for you. I might have my men teach you some manners. The sound of their hurried footsteps echo down the hallway behind you. Humanis leader smells, and as of luck we have it, here they come now. Dietrich's eyes go wide. He steps near the nearest Humanis gunman. Alexander! Uncle Dietrich? Shoot him, Alexander. This man is an intruder and a traitor, come here to do us harm. You're going to put a shell in someone, put it in Stoll. He's a monster, Alex. I know you can see that. The Humanis gunman flanking Stoll exchange uncertain glances. One begins to raise her pistol and hurriedly lowers it when the Humanis leader steps forward. Stoll fixes on Alex with a stern gaze. You swore an oath to us, Alexander. You will be a man and keep it. Listen to Dietrich, or don't let him pressure you. Both are good points. But considering that fact that, if he's in the Humanis, who knows what he's been taught. He's listening to a dwarf. Is he going to listen to a dwarf at all in terms of don't pressure him, blah 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 blah? No, listen to your uncle. He's human. Is he? Where the hell was he when my dad used to beat the shit out of me? Where was he when he got tossed out on the streets? I didn't know, Alex. By the time I found out, the damage had already been done. Alexander, you will listen to me and obey your oath. I don't want to threaten him. It's up to you, Alex. You have to make a choice. If you betray your kind and join these meta lovers, we will put you down, boy. You hear that? We will kill you. Uncle Dietrich, I... Wait for Alexander to act. Don't preemptively. The barrel of the rifle trembles in Alexander's arms. I'm sorry. Dietrich locks eyes with his nephew. His voice is low and soft. Do you have to, Alex? It's your choice. Do it, you stupid boy! Do it! Without a word, Alexander wheels around and points the rifle at Stoll. The Humanis leader recoils in alarm. Alex levels the weapon, and all hell breaks loose.